Hi, and welcome to today's culture video. My name is Aaron. I want to share with you today about an idea, a concept that I've been thinking about for a few weeks now, and I'm just kind of calling it the tension of leadership. There's nothing more rewarding than reaping the payback of successful leadership. Sad to say, a lot of people never get to experience the reward of the legacy of great leadership because they've mistaken leadership for management. A lot of people, when they think of leadership, they think of teams. They think of sitting in a big chair in an office, a nice desk. They think of making big speeches and big decisions for the organization. But these things, they don't define leadership. They're items on a job description, but they don't define leadership. I heard it once said that leadership is a series of difficult conversations, and I believe that this is really true. The true leaders, the ones who are really leading people and not just behind a glass window calling the shots. These are leaders who have earned the right to speak into the deep places of people's hearts. Most leaders of organizations have earned the right to speak to people's job descriptions, to performance, but in reality, this is not leadership. It is management. Management has to do with tasks and performance. Leadership has to do with character. If you want to be a leader, you must learn or earn the right to influence the way that people view their world, the way that people think, the way that they make decisions, and the way that they live their life. This is why leadership is a series of difficult conversations. I've learned through many failed attempts that there is what I call a tension in leadership. And here is what I mean by that. When we bring people onto our teams, a team member, a division leader, they are given a job description, and this job description tells them what they need to be doing. But behind every what, there is a why. Our job descriptions, they are not capable of uncovering the why behind every what. The why is locked inside of you until you release it and let it out. It is expected and it is inevitable that as someone moves into your team, a division leader or a team member, that they are going to need some instruction on how to fulfill their job description. Because the why is on our heart, it's not in theirs. And they will not and they cannot complete every item on that job description the same way that you could. And that is where we have these difficult conversations. That's where the tension comes into play. Your characters, your morals, your values, the way that you see the world, that is all behind what makes up your job description. When you are writing that out for this person, for that position, everything that you are, your values, the way that you view the world, everything that we just mentioned, it all came into play into how you worded and how you put together each task on that job description. In reality, you are the DNA of your organization. And if you are going to successfully lead your organization, you have to begin the process of imparting you into your people. Most organizational leaders hand over a job description and then they never converse with those people again until there is a performance issue or a new task needs to be done. And in this, they lose the right to influence the people on their team members, because they have been covertly told that as long as you do these things on this job description, you are exactly what I want you to be. But what you don't realize is that they cannot do what you want them to do until they become, in their character, in their morals, in their worldview, in their belief, and how they think, until they become the person that you need them to be. What we mean by leadership tension is this. Leadership tension is the balance between who a person is and who you are making them to be. Every person on your team, including yourself, must be in the process of becoming, in the process of change. You have to be changing forward. And there's a tension in that. Because if you just thrust a full-scale change upon a person, you're going to overwhelm them. You're going to break them in half. They're like a rubber band, and you will cause them to snap. This breeds rebellion. It breeds anger and bitterness. It breeds resentment. And that person probably ultimately, out of frustration, out of anger, out of hurt, will probably leave your organization. But if you manage that tension, well, then you can cause that person on your team, the people on your team, to cleave to you, to look up to you as a mentor, as a great leader. The difficult conversations are the ones that initiate great friendships, because you are helping a person to become better in who they are, not just become a better task doer. Remember, leadership is about character. Management is about job descriptions and performance. So in these conversations, we are addressing the affirmations of our heart, the why behind our what, the values that dictate what we believe and why we do what we do. When you get a person and they're short on a phone call or they're rude to people on your team and you're needing to address that behavior, you've got to address their spirit and you've got to address their heart. Don't just address that surface. Address what's behind it, the affirmations of the heart, the beliefs, the values. But you have to keep that tension just right. A tension in leadership must be managed. You will never convince your team to believe what you believe by hammering it over them or yelling it through a bullhorn. But as you regularly convey your heart, your why, this is going to increase hope in their life. It increases hope in their future. It helps them see that the life that they dream of at night can become a reality. It's all about the tension. Manage the tension on your team. Take people on a journey. Don't just give them a task. Don't just give them a piece of paper and say, do this. Take the people on your team and manage who they are. Lead them to a better life. Manage that tension of who they are and who they are becoming. If you want to lead well, you've got to manage the tension well.